How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Kingdom of Loathing. I'm going on the monorail station adventure. You're fighting a tree-loving hippie protester. The hippie loves the trees so much that she's prepared to beat you senseless with a tree branch. What a terrible lady. With all my extra muscle and everything, what kind of damage can I do these days? 1. With my stupid glancing blow. Well, let's use our skill then, because I don't want that to happen again. I don't want to die. That would be rough. So, beat them up. Now I pretty much have to go fly back and rest of the campground. And that wastes one of my adventures, which is, I gotta keep that in mind when I'm running back to heal like that. So back there, you're fighting a mob penguin union rail worker, which who knows why that's a thing. Don't even pretend to understand. This penguin isn't a bad guy, and his union isn't a criminal organization, but his mob is, and they're not too happy about losing out on the lucrative monorail rail contract. God, he got the jump on me, did way more damage than I would have expected, and I hurl a bunch of ravioli at him. It is great as always a strong move. I guess I gotta heal, because I did want to just go straight for another attack, but I don't want to die. You want to flirt with it a little bit. Hey, this one's a steel driver this time. He has picked up a hammer and a little piece of steel and says, "This hammer is going to be the death of you." You get the jump on him. That wasn't witty or anything. Oh God, he hammered me. He slams the hammer against the little piece of steel and sparks shoot out at you. I did a bunch of hot damage. I totally died, which I wasn't prepared for. You lose effect beaten up, which what the hell does that one do? You have the crap beaten out of you. You're going to need some more crap after it all got beaten out. So you can have 0 health, but still function? That's a peculiar little thing. What is this? Is there a little lollipop above the campground? Your dwelling has the following stuff inside. Certificate of participation. Your Kingdom of Loathing certificate of participation hangs proudly, declaring to all who view it that you are indeed a participant. Go you. I think that's all there is. I have possibly opened that before, but I don't recall. I think I would admit I want to use this again to make sure I have it up at enough that I don't totally forget to keep activating it. I guess I could have bandaged myself up earlier. Whatever. The campground's near enough. A mob penguin protector. This penguin has a gleam in his eye that says, "That's an awfully nice body you have. It'd be a shame if something were to happen to it." He also has a beak that's saying, "Nothing to worry about, pal. I'm just here to make sure my union buddies can peacefully exercise their right to make all the meat from construction gigs around here. Hey, did you see that? This mook just attacked the rail worker. I'll protect him." I got the jump on this guy. It seems like he would be much more prepared than that. How the hell did I get the jump on this guy? Damn it. These guys are really strong. I think fighting the monorail right now is a terrible idea. He throws a flaming bottle of booze through the window of your storefront. The storefront is your face. I was going to say, what the hell does it mean by storefront? 399 meat from killing this guy? Well then, I was not expecting to rake in that kind of meat. Pretty huge amount of stats that you gain from fighting these things. Maybe I do more monorail battles? We'll see. Another hippie. These guys I'm not too worried about. You win the fight. Do another one. Another union rail worker. And sick. Managed to beat up another guy. And got a lot of stats again. Muscle point and Moxie both up. Contract enforcement stick, which you can see him holding there. So I get to finally find out what this is all about. Oh man, this is much stronger than what I've been using. But it requires a lot of muscle, actually. This item signifies this contractual obligation between the local unions and project planners in Loathing. Do you catch my drift? It is, it's quite a bit stronger than what I have. 3 times, literally 3 times stronger, but I'm nowhere near having the muscle for it. And also, it's, it doesn't really aid my pasta-ness, so I don't know if that would be worth it. Well, this guy got the jump on me and just wasted me with sleaze damage. I think that's enough fighting with the monorail stuff for now. That just hasn't been working out too well for me. Let's go to the main map, and He did tell me to go to the Misspelled Cemetery. Let's go to the Misspelled Cemetery. Read some old tombstones or the unquiet garbs. We'll look at the tombstones first. You browse the old tombstones. The spelling on them seems normal. They must predate whatever happened here that messed things up. A few of the epitaphs catch your eye. Here lies Sybil Burgundy Peyton Cooley, unhelpful roommate, caught lice from a fervent orthodontist. Here lies Lilic Slim Lynch, Les Lynch, recommended son. 9 out of 10 mothers recommend this son. Trampled by an elephant seal. Here lies Jocko, ostentatious penguin Alexander, versatile half-brother grouchy silversmith, killed in the 9-second war. I'm guessing all this stuff is just randomly generated. I'm sure there's many random funny things to find through it, but we'll move on to the unquiet garbs. You're fighting a lick, which would be a lich, I presume, but it's a lick. This is a lick. A lick is an abomination. How many times am I going to have to say that? Because it doesn't roll off the tongue well. It is an abomination that results when a powerful magician binds his life force to his body in a desperate attempt to become immortal. This one waited a little too long, since his body was just a skull by the time he attempted the binding. He kind of got the jump on me, did quite a bit of sillies, and good, I did manage to kill him. I had one, glancing blow and one kind of critical. Well, maybe hot is good against him, and, I don't know, tears are bad against him or whatever. However, that balanced out in some way. That worked out in my favor, so I'm okay with that. I was just trying to get a sense of how much health things in this area have. So I was just kind of adding that up. Might as well visit there twice to make sure I'm at 100% health again. You're fighting a smart skeleton. This is your basic brainless automaton of evil, only with a brain. He gets the jump on you. He tries to wrap you smartly across the knuckles, but you have the dumb luck to dodge. Lots of smarts and dumbs coming into play here. Wasted him. Lots of extra damage on this one. Hot. These things, he's weak against hot, I guess. What am I even trying to do here? I remember I was looking for something. Oh, the legendary weapon, the trials. I'm trying to do the trials in here. You're fighting a grave robber. Oh, it's short to B. I was like, that's the right spelling. This is a grave robber. He steals things from graves, well, mostly from the people in the graves. He gets the jump on you and pummels the shit out of me. But I did manage to win 2 critical hits. Dope. Grave robbing shovel. Is this a weapon or an item? This is a shovel used for robbing graves. Too bad it can't also be used as a figurative shovel for burying the guilt you'd feel if you ever used it. 2-handed pole arm does the same amount of damage as what I have, I think, but it has spooky damage and less combat initiative. I probably will not make use of it. Hey, gained a mysticality point and a level. I don't remember what the purpose of levels is, other than I know certain things require higher levels to use. Most things require levels of muscle and things like that. What does my level in general do? I'm supposed to be investing stats, aren't I? Is that something somewhere in this game that I absolutely have not been taking advantage of? No, I think that's not. I'm a starch savant. I think that has probably changed through leveling up, but no, I don't think there's anything important there. You're fighting a Zobmie. This is a Zobmie. He superficially resembles a Zmobie, but it's different in many subtle ways, revealed only to the discerning eye, 2 of which you don't possess. I only have 1 discerning eye, or this thing doesn't? I get to jump on him. I'll just kill him. Terry gains a pound. Cool. How many things am I going to fight in here before I find something? Hey, I got a smart skull from the skeleton. This is a skull with glasses. It would probably be pretty smart, if only it wasn't empty. This one didn't have a brain in it this time. It's a meat pasting component. I'll just keep on fighting my way through then. Oh, this one was a Zmobie. I didn't realize at first that it was a Zmobie. Wait. No way. Isn't the song Zombie, zombie, zombie? That's by the Cranberries, right? That's what the joke is there. That's why this thing is carrying cranberries. This is a bunch of cranberries. Do you have to let them linger? Lingering cranberries? Linger is another song by the Cranberries, and just to confirm, that is, yes, I was right. I must have listened to that recently for whatever reason. Purple Link. Who knows when that was? I don't really remember. But okay, so it's just multiple jokes about the band. We'll adventure again. There we go. Ooh, we found the tomb of the unknown. Your class here. So like, it's no matter which class you are, you would end up at this tomb eventually. That's pretty funny. You turn down a cemetery path you hadn't tried yet, and at the end of it you find a small stone tomb with 2 crossed pasta spoons engraved over the door. This must be the place. You mark the location on your map in case you need to find it again later. That's super useful. I didn't expect that to be a thing. Any other time I found like a weird, intricate, like in the spooky forest, there's like a fork of options or whatever, it usually doesn't get marked on the map, so grateful for that. The iron gate swings open easily without even a creak, and the stone door behind it slides open on well-oiled hinges. The stone, okay. It looks like your guildmates take pretty good care of the place, but it seems a little bit strange that it's so easy to get in. Although your class leader said something about tests, no, he said trials. So maybe sending people out here is a regular initiation thing. If so, it sure beats having to swim across a lake with a candle in your butt. At least so far. That would be so difficult. What the kind of thing is that? I don't know if they came up with that or if that's a reference to something, but yeah, that would be impossible. I'm very glad that that's not what the trial is. The tomb is pretty small inside, with just enough space for a stone coffer and a room to walk around it. The coffer is engraved with scenes of ancient pastamancers, I think that's supposed to be 2 words, summoning various pasta elementals and generally messing around with the noodly fabric of the universe. There doesn't seem to be a name engraved anywhere on the coffer, though I guess if there was, it would be the tomb of the unknown pastamancer. Is it just because we're in the misspelled thing that it's supposed to be a coffin? Because a coffer is definitely a thing. I just didn't think it made sense in this context. But you do find a bronze plaque on the far end that has some writing on it. It appears to be some kind of weird riddle. You summon spaghetti all covered with cheese to hasten the demise of your enemies. A noodle entangles and spaghetti spears. But what is your power that everyone fears? Hey, the entangling noodles and spaghetti spears are 2 skills that I actually have. And you can summon spaghetti. Yeah, I think those are all things. What is your answer to that? Binding pasta thralls, spaghetti breakfast, unlimited breadsticks. One of those must actually cause fear or something, right? Let me... Do I just guess? Or do I think I'm going to run back... Oh. Do I have to answer it? I tried to run back to the main map and it took me here. Well, everyone probably fears the pasta thralls, I guess? You say what you're pretty sure is the correct answer, and in response, there's a loud grinding noise. The lid to the stone coffer slowly moves aside, revealing a hidden staircase leading down underground. That seems promising. Looks like you were right. You pump your fist, or do a touchdown shuffle, or whatever your preferred gesture celebrating success happens to be, and then you carefully climb down the stairs. I, in real life, was fist pumping, so I guess, probably because I'm sitting, but I guess that's what my preferred celebratory gesture is. The stairs proceed down for about 20 or 30 feet, bringing you to a short stone tunnel leading to another small room containing a stone coffer. Although this time the coffer is up against the wall, so there's a little bit more room to move around in here. Also in this room is a ghost. Just casually, also there's a ghost in here, whatever. You'll get to know him over time, it's fine. It's not the most immediately noticeable thing. She casually hops down from where she was sitting on top of the coffer and gives you a wave. She was on the coffer and somehow you noticed the coffer first. Hello, she says in a whispery and ghostly but friendly voice. Apparently a whispery, friendly, loud voice. Excuse me not shaking hands, but since I'm not corporeal, I find the attempt just makes things kind of awkward and dumb. No problem, you reply. You must be the ghost of the unknown pastamancer. In a total lack of the flesh. And since you solved the riddle, I hereby designate you an official and fully fledged pastamancer. Was I not there yet? I thought I super was. with all the rights and privileges thereof. Yada yada, congratulations. Great, thanks. Does that mean I can have the epic weapon? The ghost looks a bit taken aback. Wow, no. That's a whole other can of worms. How do you even know about that? The head pastomancer back at the guild sent me here to get it. Apparently I need to reforge the legendary epic weapon and defeat my nemesis. I didn't know I had to reclaim some stolen artifact or something. I have not actually been given much in the way of details. The ghost taps her chin thoughtfully. Well, that's a real turnip for the books. Okay, I can let you have the epic weapon, but there's a second test you have to pass first. That doesn't seem like it took a whole lot. What would that be, you ask? Her knuckles make a distant ghostly popping sound as she cracks them. Gross. I crack my knuckles all the time, but the thought of a ghost doing it is much grosser. You have to fight me, and I can't go easy on you, so you'd better bring your A game. Uh-oh. You're fighting the unknown pastomancer, who's just kind of like a little squiggle. The unknown pastomancer waves her hands in the air and opens a swirling portal to the pasta dimensions. Just like riding a bicycle, she nods, satisfied. A bicycle that messes with the fabric of the universe in several very dangerous ways. I get the jump on her. Oh my god, I didn't realize how pummeled I was. Shit. I win the fight. Okay. The toilet water and the vinegar both did bonus stench damage against her, so I did more damage than I would have expected. Terry gives me his usual just $1 million smile there, and I gain a few extra points and up my moxie, which is sweet. Okay, you win. That was so much easier than I ever would have expected. I give, the ghost says, backing up with her hands raised. Whoa, you got the stuff all right. If I still had, muscles, I bet it would be a very different story, but you won fair and square. The epic weapon's yours. Where is it, you ask? In the coffer? No, that's just my bones and stuff. And before you get any funny adventurer ideas, they're mine, and you can't have them. Okay, so where is it? The ghost floats over to the wall and points. There's another tunnel behind this wall. Push this brick here. You push the brick and a section of the wall grinds open, revealing a tunnel leading to another small room. The room is dimly lit, with just a few flickering candles illuminating the engraved scenes of Pastomancer waving a pasta spoon and summoning wave upon wave of various noodles and thralls to destroy an army of monsters. In this, maybe I should focus more on getting skills that let me summon things. It seems like the go-to for these Pastomancers. Because he's like a necromancer. That makes sense. Yeah, cool. I'm extra glad I chose Pastomancer as a class, because that sounds badass. In the center of the room is a carved stone plinth, and on the plinth is an ancient pasta spoon. Without even touching it, you can sense that it's an extremely powerful artifact. The pasta spoon of peril, the ghost says. Pretty good, eh? It's incredible, you say in an odd tone. Most of what you're sensing is potential, but yeah, she glances at her wrist. Okay, I've got a poker game to get to. Good luck with your quest thing, right? Thanks. Yeah, see you around. The two of you wave and she floats through a wall and disappears. Examine the pasta spoon of peril. A combination of reverence and caution makes you hold your breath and put your hands behind your back as you lean forward to minutely examine the ancient pasta spoon. It's not just the awe of being presented with such a powerful and important artifact that makes you wary of disturbing it, it's the fact that you've only been through 2 trials to get here. Yeah, that was really easy, wasn't it? If there's one thing you know about an adventure, it's that there's always 3 trials. Picking up one of the candles and crouching down to view the plinth at eye level, you carefully blow away some of the dust. That's what you were looking for, an almost invisible hairline crack running around the circumference of the plinth surface, about an inch from the edge. It must be a pressure plate. I'm purely speculating, but 100% in this Kingdom of Loathing, the Indiana Jones trilogy, fuck the 4th movie, still exists, and I've learned from it that this is a thing. If you pick up the pasta spoon of peril, the difference in the weight will trigger some sort of horrible trap, just like in a movie. A movie that I specifically just referenced. You need something to swap for the pasta spoon, and something almost exactly the same weight. A regular pasta spoon would do the trick, you estimate. Yeah, that's probably pretty fair. I don't really know how much magic weighs. or just like the ancient lore surrounding the spoon maybe has a little bit of weight to it. But not a physical weight, more of just a weight of significance. Check your pack. You look in your pack and pull out your pasta spoon. Your eyes flick back and forth from it to the pasta spoon of peril, trying to judge their relative weights. Close enough, you wager. Holding your breath again, you hold the new spoon next to the ancient one, just above the surface of the plinth. You carefully grasp the ancient artifact with your other hand, count to 3, and switch! Without even waiting to see what happens, you're sprinting down the hall and up the stairs with the pasta spoon of peril clutched tightly in both hands. About a tenth of a second later, you dive out of the door of the tomb. There's a massive kerdoom noise, and a thick cloud of dust billows out of the door after you. Talk about close. But you've successfully recovered the pasta spoon of peril, and that's certainly something. Better take it back to your guild. Maybe they'll actually tell you what's going on with this whole nemesis deal. The pasta spoon of peril. This is a contraption which could best be described as a gravel-filled spaghetti catapult. It's as dangerous as it is implausible. Meat-smithing component, apparently, but also a weapon. Stronger than the one that I currently have. I have the mysticality to use it. Cannot be traded or discarded. It adds a bunch of mysticality. Combat initiative goes up. Bonuses or bonus for Pastamancers only. I am just going to immediately equip that. That'll be a nice little jump for me, right? So 5 to 10, up from 3 to 6, and then plus it's going to add a bunch more things. Because what did this add? Spell damage, which I have been making a lot of use of spells, but this overall, with the added mysticality and everything, I think is super worth it. Yeah. And I'm less likely to get jumped, I think. I'm more likely to do the jumping. That was a pretty significant leap forward in like the story and everything, which I didn't really know if there was like a larger story or if this entire game was just small side quests. So that is an excellent place to leave this for now. When I return, I will definitely be doing that, like immediately going and visiting the council or the guild or whatever it was, showing them that I found this ancient important artifact, but I'm keeping it. I don't plan to hand it over. It's mine now. You guys gave it to me, so that's on you. If you would have wanted it, if you wanted to keep it, you should have said it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you again soon. Hey, 4 episodes recorded in one day. We've over doubled the length of this series all of a sudden, so that feels good.